Hi, it's Janet Wakeland with RemarkablyCreated.com. In today's One Take Wonder video, we are going to take a look at Project Life by Stampin' Up! But more specifically, we are going to look at the digital downloads available for Project Life by Stampin' Up! And we're also going to take a look at how you can create your own custom 4x3, 4x4, and 4x6 inserts for Project Life using any and all digital elements. So let's first look at the digital version of Project Life by Stampin' Up! If you go to www.stampinup.com and click on the store, come down the left-hand side and click on Project Life, you will see all of our available Project Life by Stampin' Up! Product. Let's go ahead and let's just expand and show all the product. You have the traditional product, the 12x12 page protectors and 6x8 page protectors with the pockets. We have our 6x8 album, 12x12 album. We have our journaling pens. We have our traditional accessory packs and our traditional journaling card packs, as well as some exclusive Big Shot products and stamps designed for Project Life by Stampin' Up! But in addition to the traditional Project Life product, we do have the digital versions here. And here you can see where it says digital download. You can download these to use in any program that you have that works with PNG, SVG type files. Or for $19.95, you can own My Digital Studio, which works with all elements out there as well as with our My Digital Studio. And you'll see in just a minute how wonderful that program is for just $19.95. So let's go ahead and let's switch over to My Digital Studio. This is a program that is $19.95 from Stampin' Up! Hundreds and hundreds of dollars of downloads that are designer papers, kits, ribbon, and all that come with it. And then there are thousands more downloads available that you can add to it. In addition, you can indeed add elements from other companies to this program. It does work with SVG files, so it coordinates very well with your e-cutters or electronic cutters that are out there. When you first open My Digital Studio, you're going to get this new project options. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to select custom. So we'll click on that, and we know that some of our pockets are 4x6. So I'm going to click 4x6. It's going to be 4 inches wide and 6 inches high. So I'm going to make one that is a landscape, or excuse me, a portrait. And we're doing this in inches. So now we'll go ahead and we'll create project, and I'm just going to label it Project Life Demo. We're going to click OK. And so now I have a work surface that is 4x6. What I'm able to do is, and I've loaded some of these, if I come over here under my embellishment category under designer kits, I will be able to see, like, here's my everyday adventure. Happiness is Project Life. Let's open that one. And so I have the same cards that I have traditionally now as digital versions, and I have them to work with. So let's just go ahead. We can just slide that over. And what's really a lot of fun with My Digital Studio, I'm just enlarging it, kind of filling in the size over here, just kind of filling in this box. So I slid it over just like that. Okay, and now I have the ability to recolor it. So I don't like those diagonals. I want them to be a different color. I can go ahead and recolor them, something I can't do with the traditional kind. What you get is what you get. So I can recolor them if I want to. I can also, if I wanted to, let's make this a little bit smaller, just add it onto the page. I could add a drop shadow behind it. So let's just go ahead so you can see that. And now you can see that it has a little bit of a drop shadow behind it, so I could give it a little bit of depth if I wanted to. I can go ahead and I can crop out just pieces of it. And that would work great. Let's delete that. And let's find one that'll give you a really good idea. So, okay, let's pull this one up. So I happen to like, and I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to turn it. Okay, I can come down here where it says rotate and actually put a 0 in there. Oops, good job, Jan. We're trying to turn it 90 degrees. Turn it 90. So here you can see where it says in the moment. I'm going to take my crop tool, and I really like those words in the moment. So I can go ahead and I can crop out just part of them to use on my different elements. So I've got in the moment here to work with. The other thing that I can do is I can work with any of my stamped images, so any of those can be brought in and added to any of the Project Life cards. I can work with any of my punches, I can add any of my papers, and any of that kind of stuff. If I'm working with stamps, I will have the ability to color those stamped images, which is a great, great, wonderful thing about my digital studio. So now let's go back and let's take a look at some cards that I recently created. So let's open project and let's open that project. I don't want to save that. And so here is an icon that I created for a blog hop that we're doing, Project Life by Stampin' Up. We're also doing it as the first ever Instagram hop. So if you're on Instagram, you can follow along by using these hashtags. If you're on the internet, watch for that blog the last day of every month at remarkablycreated.com. But this was one of the Project Life cards. And I just simply added words. I added text with my text box, just brought in an arrow, added a fun little brad, and added some staples. So I created a real cute look there. If some of you follow me on Facebook, you may have seen this image here. This was, and let me see if I can, is it going to show me which one it was? It was one of the cards, and it may not come up right away. Let me see if it was this one. And if you're getting dizzy, I apologize up front for making you dizzy. Oh, there you go. So here you can see over here on the left-hand side, this is what it started as, is this hooray. I went ahead and added some balloons, and the way that I found my balloons is I just did a search and I just typed in the word balloons. I love this feature because it allows me to find different embellishments, stamps, punches, backgrounds. It allows me to find images. I don't have to remember what I've bought. I don't have to remember what it's called. I'll just type in balloons and go searching for it. So I have my balloons. Did the same thing with the banner, and then the 1500 was just added with text. And so I created my own graphics to celebrate 1500 followers on my business Facebook page. This is the one that is on the page today. The today card is the Project Life card. I found the icons for the different social media on the internet, and I just added them here. And the way that I added them, and I'll show you how I did that, is I just went ahead, oops, wrong one, sorry about that. That's not how I did it. I went ahead and I added a photo box. There we go. So just like that, I created a photo box, and I can either open my photos over here on the side, and I can drag and drop that image that way. And of course I can do all kinds of stuff here. I can do a little bit of photo editing. I can make things bigger. I can rotate them and all that kind of stuff. The other thing that I can do is I can double click on it and get to my photos that way. So all I did for this card was, again, I found, come on, I'm trying to delete it. Sorry about that. Nothing like trying to talk and do things at the same time. Delete, there we go. So I found, again, the 5 different icons, and then I added my text down here. And now we want to go ahead and we want to print. And so I'm going to come up here, File, and Save. And I find that I get the truest size when I print right from my digital studio. So I'm going to come up here and click on File. I'm going to click on Print. You're going to see that it has one here in the middle. I'm going to click Select Pages. So let's clear all. And there's 4 that I want to, because I know that I'm doing a 6x8 album. I'm doing one on gratitude and things I'm thankful for, and I am thankful for social media. So those are the 4 that I want to print. So we've got that. So I'm going to come back here to, whoops. Yes, I'm not done yet. I'm not ready to print yet. So sorry about that. I'm really probably confusing the heck out of you. Select Pages, clear all. So I select those 4. Then I'm going to come back here to Options, okay? And you can see all of these choices that we have around here, okay? It is a letter size paper. We're going to print, you know, you've got different kinds of media, photo, glossy, whatever. You can see here it says 3 by 4 inches. So it is going to print this image as 3 by 4 inches because that's the custom size that I created. Now here under More Settings, what I want to do, images per page, I want to put 4 images on the page, and I want to go ahead and add a little bit of space between these so that it makes it easier to cut them apart, just like that. So now I have my 4 by 3 images, and they're in the correct orientation that I want for my page. And now I can just simply click print, and it will send it to the printer that I have connected to my computer. So again, just as a reminder for you, we're going to come up here. I like to print right from my digital studio. You're going to select the pages that you want to print. Under options, you're going to decide how many copies that you want. You're going to verify that the size is right. Under settings, you're going to pick the number of images per sheet. And I like that it only gives me the right number. Like, I can't overfill and potentially go off the edge of the page, which is really nice. If I'm only printing one, let's just clear all, and let's just select this one for second options. I can go ahead and I can center it on the page. We can center it vertically, or we can center it horizontally, which means that you have all this extra cardstock that you could feed it back through again and print on the other ends, or use it for other applications and things like that with the cardstock that's around that you have. One other option that you do have, but again, I don't find that it always prints true to size, is up here under Project. You can click Share, and now you have a couple of choices. You can export it to an SVG file, which is the file that's recognized by your electronic cutters. You can export the product as a JPEG, so that now you can upload those images for sharing on your sites like Instagram and Facebook and Pinterest and your blog and all that kind of stuff. You can also export it as a PNG file and export it as a PDF file. You simply choose how you want to do that. And then you can also go ahead and you tell it where you want it to go. Where do you want it sent? One last thing is that if you come up here under Project and up under Check Project, come down here to Project Supply List, it will tell you everything that you used on your project. So if you can't remember what kit you used, what stamp set, and you don't want to spend all day searching or whatever, or you just want to be able to include that supply list if you're a blogger, or if you are sharing that information on a business Facebook page, or maybe you teach Project Life and you want to share it in a class, everything that you've used to create that is up under Project and under Project Supply List. So as you can see, there's a lot of bang for your buck for $19.95, and it's an instant download. So you can just purchase it today at remarkablycreated.com. And again, it's $19.95 plus tax. There is no shipping because, again, it's a download. And then you have it to work with, and you have me to help you learn it if you have any questions at all. But it's very, very easy to use, very intuitive program. So I hope that you've had fun learning a little bit about creating custom My Digital Studio inserts for your project life by Stampin' Up. Have fun creating your inserts and preserving your memories. Take care and God bless.